The older you do get, the more rules are gonna try to get you to follow. You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
Well, I mean, the point was for you to just be able to see that door come up and me walk out and say hello to the video, but obviously the foot had to fall over. So I guess whatever, but welcome back to the channel. We are back with the black coupe, of course. Since it started last video, if you missed that video, go to the channel, check it out. It's called E36 Finally Starts. The next part of the project is suspension, of course. Now, if you know me, you would know that suspension is actually one of my favorite things to do on an E36. I've done it a million times and I'm quite confident in what I'm doing. And plus it is literally just like Legos. It's just take a bolt off, take the part off, put the new part on, put the bolt on. There's nothing complex about it. And this car is entirely off the ground right now, so I don't even have to jack it up. I can just get on with doing the work on the suspension. I really wish I could stand here and tell you how I've got brand new BCs and how I've got some crazy anti-roll bars and all this amazing stuff. But in reality, I haven't actually purchased any coilovers yet. Excuse my 265s. I'm trying to get to the back here. This is actually the suspension I'm going to be using on this car for now. If you know what you're looking at, yeah, that is stock suspension. I don't know what car it came off and how long I've had it, but it should work. So yeah, I'm going to run stock suspension on this thing for now. There are currently some coilovers on it, but these are max speeding rods from probably 2016 or something stupid like that. These exact coilovers right here were on the Silver Coupe when I initially purchased it at the tail end of 2017. And the dude I got the car off of said that it was on coilovers for a while before that anyway. So these are definitely completely exhausted with no life left in them. And plus, let's be honest, the black coupe deserves way more than max speeding rods. You will also notice brand new E36 arms right here. This is because I am planning to run E46 arms on this car, so I thought I may as well add them now as I'm doing all of this work here anyway. It does have the E46 arms out of the Silver Coupe on here already, but as I said, those arms were on that car for however many years, been through however many crashes, so they just wouldn't really be in the best condition, and I want to do things sort of once and do them right on this car, even though I've done them wrong so many times and had to redo them. I've learned my lesson. Basically, I'm trying to do things right. So I thought blessing it with some brand new E46 arms wouldn't be a bad idea. Since the E46 arms that are on there were on an E36 already, I have the lollipop bushes that are necessary for them to work on an E36, which is great. But if you look, these are actually the eccentric ones. Allows me to adjust like caster. Not actively, but at least I still can do that, which is good because adding caster to these cars makes them steer so much better, especially with E46 arms. And of course, the purple tag rack out of an E46, which this car already has from back in the day. But the problem is, if you look, the rotation on the right-hand side eccentric bush and the left-hand side eccentric bush is different. So that's another thing I have to address. I basically just got to take the whole arm off, pop the bush out of the lollipop, re-rotate it, put the new arm in there, add it to the car along with the stock suspension, and it should technically mean that this car is ready to be put back on the ground, since I've already completed everything that needs to be done on the drivetrain previously. One thing which I haven't really thought about or considered yet is the tie rods, but I think they should be functional because they were on the Silver Coupe and that car was driving pretty good. And I'm pretty sure Bevan made those tie rods, so I definitely trust them. Essentially, what's on here right now is the old steering stuff from the Silver Coupe, because all of the Wizards of Lock stuff that was on this car ended up going on the Silver Coupe. There's a whole video about that as well, if you want to check the channel out. I've basically got my work cut out for me here. Before I get on with that though, I do want to mention Rogue, yeah, rogueworld.co. If you ain't visited that website, you're literally sleeping. That's the best website that you can go to on the internet ever, yeah? If you don't believe me, go check it out. You see for yourself. All of this stuff, yeah, this line of Rogue stuff is actually limited quantities. As I've mentioned previously, there are only select sizes left now. I'll probably end up putting the stuff on sale, so go to the site, get your stuff while stocks last. I've got ideas for all this brand new stuff. Spring, summer line is in the works. Some new fresh bits coming in that you lot are gonna love even more than this stuff. So if you like the look of this, get it now because it's never gonna be available again when it sells out. So I've got the E46 arms out of this car now, and I've come to find out that these bushes are kind of wasted. I don't know if you can see on camera, but one of them's like trying to tear out of itself. So I feel like they're not really going to be usable anymore. And plus, they look OEM. So I didn't know that BMW had factory eccentric bushes. Anyway, I'm gonna have to order some new ones, so I can't really do these E46 arms today, but that's fine because I still can do the other suspension bits. I don't know why I didn't think. I've got new arms, I've got all this new stuff, and I'm trying to reuse bushes. Silly. Cool, so I've done a bit more work. I took the lollipops off of the arms, and I have now ordered some bushes. The whole of the black coupe actually has strong flex poly bushes kind of all the way through already. I did this back in the day at Rev Crew Garage, if you lot remember that spot. So I thought I'd carry on the strong flex thing, and I ordered some E36 Lollipop E46 arm bushes. So they are the right shape to fit into the lollipop of an E36, but the hole where the arm slides through the bush is actually hexagonal, because if you know, the E46 arm's actually hexagonal on the end like this. So that way I can just literally slap the bush in the lollipop and slide the arm in there, just call it good. No need to grind the arms down or do any crazy stuff like that. It's just less hassle, less things to go wrong, I guess. So hopefully those come in soon, and I can actually install my new E46 arms on this car. I did want to show the bullshit that I had to go through taking the lollipops off of the E46 arms that are on the car already. One of them slid out of the lollipop without any effort at all. Like the lollipop just came off of the bush, so that's no good. Imagine that happening in the car. And then the other one like ripped out of itself. So again, that's just bad. So I'm glad they didn't reuse these, because they're definitely no good. By the way, in case anyone's wondering, you can see on here, these are actually, OEM replacement, and there's a part number on it. So if anyone's looking for OEM rubber eccentric bushes, here you go, help yourself. So I have made some more progress. I am now going to be leaving here. So I've got the stock suspension on here now, not coilovers, stock, shock and spring. Everything is tight. All the bolts are tight in here. I don't know if I showed this as well, but I managed to remove that bush out of the lollipop. I have cleaned these lollipops up a little bit as well, so they can be ready to receive the new bushes that should be coming in soon. Stock, shock and spring on the right hand side as well. I did just have a small play with the pedals as well. Clutch, brake and throttle pedal feel good. So literally, when these bushes come in, I can put these lower arms on, put the shocks in the back, because it doesn't have shocks in the back right now, but that's literally 3 bolts. And then I should just literally, after installing my brand new radiator that I got like half a year ago at this point, thinking I'm just gonna be able to start this, I should literally be able to drive this thing out of here. That's gonna be a glorious day. Probably will happen in this video. So definitely stay tuned to see that happen, and also see what other bullshit I get up to. This is the Rogue Life. Subscribe for more, you know? It's a sunny Friday. Yeah, we're back on this project right here, black coupe, okay? Imagine, okay? Now, we've got some goodies right here. Ignore the fugs here. And we've got the bushes that I've been needing, right? So these are strong flex, shout out. This is the part number, I guess, if anyone wants to do the same thing as me. So these basically allow you to just put E46 arms on without doing any cutting, grinding, or removing of material. I actually made a personal deadline for myself, which was to drive this black coupe out of this garage in April. And it is the 28th of April today, which is a Friday, and I'm pretty sure that Monday is the 1st of May. So I basically have one. So basically, I've literally got this weekend only to drive this car out of here. There shouldn't be anything that I need to do, any crazy stuff that is gonna make me need to wait. I don't know if I'm gonna put the panels on, but I should be able to make it drivable, put the cooling system on, put all the plastics back on, connect the power steering, and as it starts now, I should just be able to drive out of here. Maybe I'll get some fresh fuel to put in it, because the fuel gauge is telling me there's no fuel in there. But yeah, I just love the idea of driving this car, so I'm just really excited and talking about it. But I'm gonna put these lower arm bushes on and let you know how it goes. So I'm just lounging in the back of the E36, taking a little break because I've just spent about an hour installing the bushes into the lollipops and adding one of the arms to the car. I'm gonna go over there and show you properly in a sec, but you should be able to see. So I'm about to tackle the left side now, and then I will add the rear shocks and probably install the final power steering pump line, and then probably head off today because there is actually a little reunion meet type thing. We just haven't hung out in a long time with all the Brighton boys. So I've got the lollipop with the lollipop bush on the arm right now, and I wanted to just show that you need to really hammer this bush and lollipop all the way on to the arm with quite a bit of it poking out still. Otherwise, these holes don't line up with where the holes are on the car under there. I'll show you the one I've done already so you can get an idea how it looks. Yeah, so you can see that it pokes out quite a bit outside of the rear of the bush. So yeah, make sure you do that, otherwise you're gonna have to take it back off and on like a million times, which I did before. On this one, I'm just trying to hammer it as much as I can before I put it on the car, so it can be easy and quick thing. Okay, so the suspension is basically complete now. This lower arm is in, all of the nuts are all tight, bolts in there as well. I am now in the middle of doing the power steering line. This one in particular, which is the one that connects the power steering rack to the steering pump. For the line to go onto the pump here, you need a sexy banjo bolt, which I don't have because I just didn't think to get it when I was getting the engine. I'm not sure if it came with it and it fell out somewhere or something along the lines of that. I was just on the phone to Harry and he was able to find one for me amongst all of the BMW parts that he's got. So I'm gonna go over there, grab that, and seeing as it's 5 o'clock, I'm probably not gonna have time to actually come back and do anything on this, but I will be back tomorrow morning, basically buttoning everything up, and I should be able to. It is now Sunday. Welcome back. I'm welcoming myself as well. I have been able to get the banjo bolt that I need right here in the boot of the E46. It even comes with the washers. Shout out to BMW Works Harry. Always plugs it with parts and random little bits like this. So this bolt is actually gonna go onto the power steering pump here to hold the power steering line and allow the fluid to travel through. This is the same bolt that goes into the power steering rack here. Not this top one, which is the one for the same line I'm just talking about now, but this bottom one, which is for the, I'm pretty sure this is the return. I don't know. Probably you lot will know better than me, which is the return and feed, but the bigger bolt on the rack fits onto an M52 E36 power steering pump. I'm gonna add that now, put the rear shocks on, and probably assemble the cooling system here in the front. Maybe add my plastics back, attach the battery, things like that. I am quite smart, obviously, and I didn't bring my jack, so I can't really drop the car on the ground today, which is the whole point of what I'm doing, but I might be able to work something out anyway because I have a couple of stock jacks, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I've been doing a bit of work. It's been a couple of hours since I filmed. The engine and engine bay essentially is pretty much all together. I've got all of the cooling system plugged in. I've got my fan and my belt on. I connected all the wiring, tucked the wires into up into where the ECU hole is. I've got the wheels on all around. Shocks are on in the back as well. If you look in here, I've got brand new top hats in there on the stock shock. I don't think I'm going to be running the stock suspension for too long, but it should be enough to get the car out of here. I am looking for boot interior. This is from a saloon. I'm not sure if it actually fits, but yeah, you can see in there the top hat is on the other side too. As I was saying, I have left my jack. I've left my jack at the lockup where the silver coupe is, so I can't actually take it. I can't actually put it on the floor right now, but I'm pretty happy with all the progress I've made so far. I'm thinking about adding the panels because there's not really too much left now, apart from obviously bleeding the cooling system. I'm pretty sure I should bleed the brakes as well because I took the ABS pump off, so there might be some like air in the system or something like that, which wouldn't be very good. But other than that, this car is shaping up quite nicely. Today is the last day of April. I don't think I'm actually gonna drive it out today because I'm actually running out of time at this point. I don't know if I showed, but I added the steering rack gaiters on here as well. My sexy tie rod created by Bevan himself. I'm really, really happy with this car and I can't wait to actually drive it. So I'm back and I have brought the jack. I think today what I'm going to do is try to drive the car out of here. I think it'll be quite funny to do that. I think the brakes might need bleeding. The pedal feels okay. It doesn't feel like proper mushy. So I'm gonna have to see, but yeah. I'm gonna take it off of these jack stands and obviously 17 by 10 Antera tri-spokes. If you don't know, you're sleeping. Those are for sale, hit me up. They don't fit BMW, so this is why they're going away, unfortunately. Engine bay, looking very complete. I'm really happy. I just kind of came in here and was looking at that and I was like, good shit, man. This gives me like hope for the future of this car. So yeah, I might put some panels on, maybe, because I don't want the radiator falling out. So black coupe is on the ground. Look at this, huh? No jack stands, nothing like that. Look at my rear fitment, please. Yeah, come on. What is this? Yeah, don't worry about that. We're gonna be solving this at some point in time. All I'm gonna say is, what do you think this stack of tires holds? Put it in the comments below. Front fitment doesn't exist because I didn't even put the arches on yet, but I have added coolant to the radiator and cooling system. There is a small leak happening from here somewhere. I think it's the throttle body cooling situation. I don't really understand how it works, but it is slightly leaking. So that's not good, but it's only a little bit. So it'll be enough, it will hold enough pressure for me to just go around the block. Like literally, I'm planning to come out, go there, turn around, and just come back in here. But yeah, so I'm gonna put the wing and nose cone on, not the bonnet. And then yeah, probably just try to drive it out of here, I guess. Okay, boys and girls, the time has come. Look at this. Oh my days. Body panels are on, radiator support is on, the bumper supports are bolted on. Wings are basically on the car. I've taken all the trash off the top of it. It still doesn't have any bumpers or skirts or anything crazy like that, but it is all on the floor. The back seat is not really entirely in place, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to attach the battery and hope that there's enough charge in it, which there should be because I did charge it. Right, so there isn't any battery in the battery, so it's fully just gone out of charge over the course of a week. I don't know how the fuck that's happened. I do have some jump leads though, so I'm going to jump it from the Civic. Okay, attempt 2. I've just taken the battery out of the Honda now. I think it should work, fingers crossed. What? Oh, what? Look at this thing. The black coupe. Ah, come on. Bro, it's so soft and so squishy. I can't even believe this. It's barely leaking anything either, I don't think. Just the water. I think it comes from like here. There. Ah, maybe it's leaking from the back as well. That's okay, I'll chase this cooling leak. The cooling leak doesn't matter. It seems mega healthy. All my days. What the fuck? Black coupe is out. Check this out. Ah, no! Absolutely savage. I can't believe this. Black Coupe is real. Welcome. The fuck, I've never seen this place so empty. That's wild. Look at it. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, well, I'm gonna take some photos and call it a day. Look at this. Hey, what's going on in here? Convertible E36. What? With the same fake wheels as the other one. This is a different car, but it's probably really windy, so I don't know how much you can hear. This is something I've come to look at, potentially buy, but I don't know about it anymore. E36, it's a 325i, which is cool, but it doesn't have the I on it, so I don't know where that's gone. And the best thing is, I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually an aerodynamics bumper in the back, and this is also aerodynamics package front bumper, which is cool. And if you look inside, we actually have purple or like dark blue leather. I'm not really sure what color it is. In real life it looks kind of navy-ish. Carpet is blue purple as well, which is mega sexy. We got some wood trims going on, no armrest, and for some crazy reason the door cards are white, like Dove, driver and passenger. It's moist as fuck in here, look. So obviously the roof leaks, that's extra sexy. We can't go wrong with that. The roof is blue, which is sick, and this is been repainted. I don't know if you can see, but if I go, oh yeah, one more thing. You look at this, electric M Sport leather, sexy. Yeah, so there's a couple of dings on the body, that's not nice, and this as well. So you can see here has been repainted, and I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it is actually different color anyway to itself. So the paint was never matched properly, which is classic for a paint job. Let's open the bonnet and have a look what it looks like under there. Obviously M-Reg, yeah, but if you look, it's got a facelift nose cone, so I don't know what that's about. That's a dummy clean in here, bro. This is not even connected. That's stupid, bro. What the fuck? I'm gonna break this guy's damn car in the time of fucking having a look at it. Right, okay, M50, it's been painted. It's got new stuff, it looks fresh. No crashing damage, maybe a little bit. That looks kind of squished. It doesn't look fucked though. This is all fresh, cool. No sticker, okay. Samoa blue, you see? It's not really Samoa blue. AC, that's lit. This is all fresh, this has all been breathed. Bro, if this is brand new, then I'm tripping. Too fresh. M50, very healthy. That's fine, engine is blessed. It looks mega new in here, but the car's been repainted, so I don't really understand why you have to do that at 55k miles. That is how many miles we've actually got on the clock. 56, my bad. There's a pretty cool stereo in here. The dash and A-pillars are black, so that's nice. What the fuck else was I looking at here? I needed to check something. Oh yeah, the VIN. Let me check this VIN, and I'll get back to you with all the specs that come up. So it does have a upgraded sound system in here as well, which is pretty lit. Obviously we like that, right? You know, fresh subwoofer and everything. I did have a look at the VIN just now, and it's not actually an aerodynamics package car, so rest in peace that. It is a 325IA from factory, and all of the interior stuff you see is on the options list. Non-cruise control, and yeah, so the door cards have obviously been replaced because it's not going to come with white door cards, and yeah, it sucks that the car has been repainted. So yeah, I don't know, just a little something to get up to on a Wednesday, I guess. Have a look at a 325i. So I'll just show what it looks like on the outside with the roof down, because I think that's quite sexy. Blue with blue, it's nice, which is good for the eyes, I think. So yeah, just thought I'd show it. Okay, look at that. 325IA. It's September 1994 as well, so proper old car. So yeah, I don't know why it's got a facelift nose cone. I still just don't understand. All right, this is the next day. It's out of the garage again. There is no leaks now at all. I fixed it. The leak that you saw previously was actually fuel. So I have tightened the hose clamps at the fuel lines. If you know, there's the soft line that goes into the hard line that runs along the chassis. There's a hose clamp there for both the return and feed, which were both loose, so I essentially just re-tightened them, and it's been fine. I've added power steering fluid, so I've got power steering now. The car is very healthy, very rumbly. I don't know if that's because it's all poly-bushed and crazy like that, but yeah, it's got stock suspension, so it's mega soft. Crazy stuff. I think what I really want to do right now is go put some fuel in it. But it is starting to rain, so I think I should put a bonnet on. Yeah, bonnet and bumpers. And I might go to the petrol station, which is literally just down the road. Just put some V-power in it. It's, yeah, it drives pretty good, to be honest. For an E36, it's quite solid. So I think it really is just down to putting the bonnet on and I guess tidying the interior up a little bit, and should be ready to go for the summer. The best thing about the whole situation right now is that the car has just gone up to temp and it's just been sitting there. No problems at all. The cooling system is spot on. And this is one of the things that I really struggled with E36s in the start. So I'm really glad that I've got that down, and it is just working perfectly straight away. I'm gonna sort out some sort of air filter switch. There's some sort of steam coming from the engine bay. I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna have to check under here. It's probably just CCV, crankcase ventilation. Yeah, so that's where the extra oil comes out of. So I basically need to sort out a catch can situation that's actually functional. So yeah, that's probably what that is coming out of there, but it's all good anyway. It's not that intense. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put the bonnet on, and then yeah, think about booking an MOT for it. I did speak too soon. Right after that clip, it started creeping up a little bit. I'm not sure if that's because of a bad fan. I didn't actually replace the fan. It was the same fan that came on the 328 when I got it. Or if there was a bubble in the system, but either way, I'm gonna go get some more coolant. I'm gonna go get some more deionized water and come back, rebleed the thing. Realistically, there's nothing else really left to do with this car now, apart from like visuals, which is great news. I do need to figure out, I'm thinking about getting new headlights because the ones I've got right now, this one is okay, but the top bracket here for the corner light is broken, so it doesn't hold the corner light properly. The bottom one is okay, so I can kind of get away with it. But on this side, I don't know if you guys remember, but I did actually have a small little crash into Vassal on track while drifting. Back in the day when this used to be a drift car, that is no longer the case. Don't get it wrong. So after the little crash, I did break my headlight. You can see the brackets here are wasted. And at the bottom here, my car is slightly bent. So this bracket isn't really working too well. And obviously, yeah, these corner light mounting sections are also destroyed. I'll probably get some new headlights for this. That should allow me to have a nice tight front end, nothing falling off, and no zip ties to hold the headlight in. Not that I mind that, considering my drift car is entirely made of zip ties, but this is, as I'm saying, more than a drift car now. So I do want to give it some genuine love and care, as genuine as I can anyway. I don't know what to say. I'm just quite happy about the fact that it drives right now and that it is basically complete. It is nighttime and it is the Friday. We've got a Raza. Hello. And we've got a Hannah. She made it. And we've got a nice new vert. Everyone told me to buy it on Instagram, and everyone I spoke to in real life said to buy it as well, so I thought I'd buy it. So I got this now, 325i. I showed it in the daytime. I don't need to do anything more, but yeah, vert. I got one now. So I've got the vert right here, yeah. I did actually manage to finally change the wheels out. I did this yesterday. Shout out to Dom as well. He ended up buying the 18s off of this car. You lot know Dom's vert. It's an 06 330 CD, convertible black, M Sport, blah blah blah, manual. So yeah, those wheels ended up going on that car and, you know, working a lot better than this thing. I've got the period correct Z3 wheels, all right. They're not the worst things in the world, to be completely fair. I would like to maybe get some other wheels for it, like maybe some 17s, but I feel like these are plenty in the grand scheme of things. So today I'm going to try to tackle the electric seat adjustment problem. My seat adjusts forward and backward, so it's actually gonna not be too hard to take out. I'm not gonna need to like take the cushions out and all this crazy stuff. I'm pretty sure it's just the plastic gears that I've just wasted themselves because I can hear the motor whirring when I press the buttons. So I don't think the motor is wasted. It's more the it's more probably the plastic gears inside that are broken. So I'm gonna get the seat out of the car and see what's going on. Other than that, I am thinking about unfacelifting this because, as you know, it's got this ugly facelift nose cone in the front with some weird looking like black chrome grills. I don't understand what that is and why anyone would bother to put that on a 1994 325i. Either way, I'm doing a bit of that things today, so I'll keep you updated with my progress on this now. So it is raining now, all of a sudden. The rain did catch me by surprise because I did have the top down, as you saw in the previous clip. So the interior did get a little bit wet, but only a little bit. It's not the worst thing in the world. I have taken the seat out, which is the whole point of why I'm here today. This window is fucked as well. It never really works properly. That's kind of why, that's actually why there's moisture in the back behind the driver's seat, if you remember earlier in the video. Anyway, I'm here with this electric seat. I've taken off all the stuff underneath. I did watch a video and it's not the worst thing in the world. So this is the electric motor. By taking all of the little gears out, I have actually managed to adjust the seat where it's actually in a position that I can drive the car more comfortably. So I might order the little gears, but it seems impossible to find on eBay. So I have to like go to a specialist. Either way, I'm gonna try and source that stuff just to fix them so that I can have all the adjustments in the seats working. But that's probably something I'll tackle down the line now that I've got the seat adjusted to where I can be comfortable driving the car. I'm quite proud of this. I've never fucked with any of this power stuff. I think I'm just gonna put all of this stuff back in there now and put the seat back in the car and maybe do this pre-facelift nose cone stitch now that the rain is stopping as soon as I started filming. Well, look at the steam coming off the roof. That's kind of lit. But yeah, I think I might do amber tail lights, pre-facelift nose cone, and amber corner lights as well, just because this is obviously a 1994, innit? So I don't know why it's got clear lights and all this stuff. It's not M Sport. So after another rain cloud, today is actually the craziest weather. It keeps like raining and stopping and then raining again and then stopping again. It's classic British weather. It's great. I have just come back from a small lunch break and whoa, look at this. That's like a proper army thing, isn't it? Look at that. Cargo bob. Anyways, this thing is getting unfacelifted, which is something it's been needing for way too long. This is a genuine Samoa blue nose cone, and you can tell how it's actually a different color to the car because the car has been repainted, and you can see inside underneath the paint is actually the Samoa blue, which is obviously identical to the nose cone. Unless you're really looking, you're not going to be able to see that, which is cool. It's obviously going to bother me, but I'd rather have a genuine Samoa blue pre-facelift nose cone on this car than the fake Samoa blue facelift nose cone with ugly grills. Wow, look at this. This is literally a brand new car now. Look at that. Oh my God. It looks like a 1995 325i convertible. Pre-facelift. Very good. I'm so happy with this. This is literally the biggest transformation for this car. It's crazy how much a nose cone does for an E36. Like, this is one thing I'm always gonna preach. Just run the stock nose cone with the stock grills, please. Anything else is just ugly. I was thinking to do some amber corner lights as well. But I feel like I might leave it because the clears do suit the Samoa quite well. I just really hate the amber side repeaters on the wings. So I might just get some clear ones on eBay. But yeah, I feel like this is pretty much, yeah, I feel like this doesn't need too much work anymore. Like, this is kind of it, realistically. Yeah, this car is becoming nicer and nicer by the minute. Nearly done, did you say? So what are you doing though? What's this?
Breaking stuff.
Broke it?
Yeah.
That's good.
It's okay, that's why I got a new one.
Exactly, good. So this is the E36, and basically by looking at the front left wheel, which just came off of there, you might think, oh, that's so much brake dust compared to the rest of the wheels. Well, yeah, because my caliper is fucked. So we did get new caliper, and Raza is basically doing that now. Over there, if you look, is Febby, brand new brake pad as well, and behind there is the, what is that little speed sensor? Wear sensor.
Wear sensor.
Wear
It's
sensor.
this.
Yeah, perfect. So we got a new one of those.
Yeah.
What were you saying about the brake pipe?
It's okay, I got it.
Oh, did it come off?
Yeah, it came off.
Oh,
It came off.
easy then. That's calm. So this E36 is literally a dream. Thank you, BMW, for not making shit cars. Joking. You still make shit cars. We were trying to remove the black coupe from in here so we can put this car in the actual garage space. But obviously the black coupe didn't want to start now all of a sudden, even though it had all of the electricity it needed. So that's something I gotta look into, figure out what's going on. We're gonna look at it later on again. But I did want to show as well, Raza did come the other night. It was dark, so I didn't film, but he welded.
Don't show them that.
Why? The bracket is on the car. This is what I'm trying to show them. The welds, then no one's going to look at them. The gas thing wasn't working in it. What was it? The nozzle?
Yeah, the nozzle, there was no shroud on the tip.
Yeah.
So the gas was just
Going.
into thin air.
Yeah, instead of where you're welding. So this is essentially gasless, but he made it work. The bracket is on the car, is strong. So the bumper goes on here and sits on the car nicely instead of sagging. This was crashed, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So I think that where it is now is actually pretty good, considering no one's ever really gonna look there. My headlight and corner light will be in the way. All the wiring will be covering all of that area. So it's good. I'm happy with it. So I do have some, oh yeah, perfect. Look at that. Curly pepper. It looks very old,
You just look a bit crusty.
so probably trash. Yeah, sick.
You got zip tie like
I
this.
have zip tie right here.
Oh, have you got a little thing I can put inside it? Because it's just going to push. It's gonna push
Oh,
it
you wanna, like what?
like a screw or something.
A screw? Man's got everything on that little table. Yeah, that should hold it back, right?
A little bit. If you take the cap off as well, it will stop the pressure.
The thing, yeah. Do 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 do. E46 bonnet. Come on, car. Oh. I don't use it enough. That's the problem. This fucking thing is getting all stiff. I remember this last time, to be fair. It's just trash. We gotta put some WD-40 on it. Either way, what I was saying is we do have a eBay mixed Cosmos Schwartz in a can. So we're gonna Cosmos Schwartz this area so it doesn't rust or do anything stupid in the future. Maybe do some underneath as well, where the welds are.
Yeah, I'll definitely do something.
Yeah, in the wheel well.
Yeah, because it's a bit rusty before.
Yeah, makes sense. It's fucking 1995. Oh yeah, we did discover. I mean, I knew this already, but I forgot. I have a hole in my shit.
Oh yeah, we did film shit
No, we filmed enough. This is how we do it now.
every time.
Yeah, just quick thing. It's cool. We're good. This has headlights and corner lights, but we can talk about that in a bit. This is still broken because fuck eBay. Raza just finished doing the brake pads on the right hand side, which means if we go over to left side, we will see brand new brake caliper. Look at that. All good. We bled it. It took 2 pumps and it's good. I also did some, well, quote unquote detailing. Not really. I just literally sprayed like WD-40 sort of onto all of the plastics to make them dark instead of dusty. So this is no longer body shop vibe, but more, you know, clean, classic engine bay.
Shave, strip it.
Yeah. That's it. Stripped. Done.
Oh wait, that was a plan.
Done. So yeah, E46 is blessed now. I get to drive it without any wobbling steering. Bro,
Suspension.
yeah, lowrider. What do you think? Every time before we just did this caliper, I would literally, over 30 miles an hour, the whole steering wheel would just start wobbling. If you press the brakes, forget about it. It's literally just trying to rip itself out of your hands. I installed some of the black coupe bits here. Thank you, Raza, for your tools. Actually made my life a lot easier. Shout out to Halford. Oh yeah, show us your thumb.
Oh, to be fair, they're kind of dirty now.
Oh.
That one's actually better.
It's good. So yeah, thanks for Tuesday.
Go for Tuesday. It's good.
You're gonna be a YouTube celebrity. Eat this bread. Come on, gull. He doesn't want to eat it from your hand. You want him to drop it. He wants you to drop it. Yeah, of course.
You caught it though.
Oh, hey. We're on the drive home right now, and yeah, this is it's totally fixed. It's definitely not shaking at all. Thanks for yeah, absolutely doing work for no reason the whole day today. BMW is literally the best thing in my life. Thank you. I'm just gonna continue driving my shit car with my shit wobbly steering wheel. Perfect. So fucking happy. So it is now Wednesday, and I do have a trip on Thursday for a couple of days. So I did want to actually get the car ready. This is why the fucking caliper, look, brand new ass caliper. Do you know why? For no reason at all. Because the whole time, the only problem was wheels weren't balanced. So the tire place I originally went to get the tires mounted and fitted didn't really manage to balance them right. I don't know how. Either way, maybe their machine is fucked, because I'm pretty sure I got some tires for the vert in the same place, and I think the vert steering wheel wobbles a little bit as well at the same exact speed. So maybe their machine isn't calibrated. I could let them know. But I went to a different tire place, Brighton Tire and Exhaust, shout out. They balanced them easy. Now the car drives smooth. And also when I press the brake, there's no wobble either, so that's good. I did just wash it, clean the wheels, you know, do the whole thing. I hoovered the interior as well, so it is all nice and fresh in there now. Very happy with this car. I do love it. I just hate when I abandon it a little bit. Sometimes I do that. I'm like, oh, it's just a daily. I let it get all dirty, and you know, little bits like tires and brakes and shit like that. And I'm just like, oh, I hate this thing. But then it's like, when I sort everything out, I'm like, oh, it's perfect. I love it. I'm always unsure of if I should keep it or sell it. If there is anyone out there who understands this car and its value and is actually willing to buy it, hit my line. Let me know what your offer is. I would be down to sell it for the right price. I'm not in a rush to sell it at all, because it is exactly what I've been wanting for a daily, literally since I realized that dailying BMWs is a thing. So yeah, I am definitely now convinced after 5 months that fiberglass front lip is not the way to go. The fiberglass thing is not working, and I'm not really trying to run it anymore. Unfortunately, it has been pretty much wasted from nothing, even though this car is stock height. Yeah, there's like a chip that happened on the motorway, that's dead. The whole thing is just covered in little rock chips, and it's obviously split here, which is dead. This side is not that bad, but even still we've got this, which is horrible. Not the best, honestly. I'm not happy with this front lip situation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna source a E36 aerodynamic package front bumper, get it paint matched with the same color as what the car is painted, or maybe try to just do it in Dunkel blue and see if I get away with it. And then yeah, I'm just gonna have full aerodynamic package on this, because yeah, this lip is not the one. And plus yeah, I did actually go to view I think it was an 88 or an 89 760 IL, okay, black on black. It was magical. I posted on my story on Instagram at Road Drive. If you don't follow me on there, you're sleeping. Loads of exclusive stuff happening on Instagram, and also you can slide into my DMs and have a chat about BMWs and dumb shit. And also, if you want to buy this car, that's probably the best way to hit me up. The E32 was actually magical, and I really definitely want it. And I definitely want it. I just don't know what kind of life I'm going to be living if I own a... Oh, look, a rabbit. Or maybe it's even a hare. Look at it. Look at this. Oh look, he ran away. I'm trying to get into a 7 Series. I was talking about 7 Series before when I first bought this car. If you remember the video. Just, bro, finding the right 7 Series for the right price is very difficult. And I feel like this black one that I looked at is kind of it, because it was dry stored for like 13 years. And just well taken care of. It was less than 100,000 miles. It just needed some metal pipe work done for like brake lines and like vacuum, fucking self-leveling air suspension. I don't know, man, what the fucking 7 Series. So yeah, we'll see about that car. I don't know. I'm just not, I can't really imagine owning a 7 Series and actually driving it every day the same way I drive this. Something to do there, but yeah. The vert is pretty happy. I have ordered the little side repeaters in clear, and an I badge for the back where it says 325, and then there's no I. So that's gonna be sorted. Car should be basically perfect. apart from wheels, but sort that out at a different point. The black coupe is pretty much blessed. It's all together now. Nothing really left apart from figuring out why it doesn't start. Now, Raza said it was the signal wire to the starter that wasn't getting power. So I don't know, I need to just trace some wiring stuff again. See what's going on with that. I did want to say, as I mentioned in the start of the video, Rogue stuff is all on sale now. Go to the website rogueworld.co, pick up some of this rare loot. Yeah, literally whatever is left on the site right now is the only Rogue stuff that's ever going to be made in this color, in this shape, in this size. So get yours, otherwise you literally never be able to get it again, ever. Yeah, think about that. As I was saying, I am working on the new line, is in the works. As I was saying, there are a few things I still need to figure out. Definitely follow me on Instagram. You'll be able to find out everything ahead of time on there. I'm updating the website as well. I don't know if I mentioned this, but yeah, when you check out, it should look all new and fancy soon anyway. Next video, you will be seeing Silver Coupe stuff. Subscribe to the channel. More stuff coming soon. I've got literally a fat drift day in June in Scotland that I still haven't booked any accommodation or transport for. So yeah, get excited for that. That's all gonna be filmed and it's gonna be probably in one video. You're also gonna get an update on the Silver Coupe in the next video. So as I'm saying, subscribe, you'll see what's going on. It's in Bevan's hands right now, so I'm literally praying to the car gods that literally this is the final bit of care this car needs before I can go and mash on it. Again, follow me on Instagram at Rogue Drive. You'll be able to see all of this stuff ahead of time. But for now, I want to thank you for watching. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.